Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Mary Rose, and in a short while I'll be taking my long haul flight to Indonesia, and that's why I made those two videos prior to this about the long haul flight. But today I'm going to be showing you what I'll be bringing for my personal item as well as my carry-on. And because I'm taking two airlines that are pretty restricted with weight and size, I had to make my own way of trying to pack as much as I can, at the same time leave some space for some souvenirs. So today I'm going to show you what I decided to bring. All right, so it does look like a lot, but you're going to see real soon that it's going to be compacted into two separate bags, and I'll still have plenty of space for souvenirs. And that's my jacket over there, the blue one, and that has deep pockets. I'll be putting some of my items there as well. This is a blanket I got from Five Below, and since it's cold on the plane and I have two flights, one is a 9.5-hour flight, the other one is about 11 hours and 15 minutes, something like that. I do need a nice soft thick blanket. This one can actually compress, so if you have a packing cube it can get nice and small. I do have a hook that I'll be using for multiple purposes. I also have one of those neck scarves, and they also support your neck during your sleep. I also have my little fanny pack here, and it has a little carabiner, so I'm going to show you what's inside it. I actually have my daughter's little backpack from when she was in kindergarten. I still have it. The backpack stayed intact. It's Adidas, and it has a few organization inside. And then this is the one I did buy at Amazon. This is called Max Top. They also sell fanny packs in this brand, and I really liked it. I tried to have just a personal bag with me when I was about to make this video, but I decided to add that bag. It wasn't going to fit between just the one bag. I have my nice kind of like weatherproof light jacket with deep pockets. I'm going to show you that. I'm going to try that on. And then I have a little zippered case here. This one I got from Barnes & Noble after Christmas because that was on sale. And that's where I'll be putting my electronics just to keep that organized. This is what's going to go into my pocket, including that bag. And then this is something I'm still deciding if I should bring in this. This is a fan that I purchased for this trip because it's going to be hot and humid. But it does weigh a little bit. It weighs, I think, more than a pound. It feels kind of hefty. But it does have an internal battery in here that I can charge my items as well as a light. And then this is a container for my GoPro, and I don't have my GoPro in there yet, but I'm still deciding if I should bring this because you can see it does take a little bit of space. All right, so if I didn't have any weight restrictions, I would definitely bring my level 8 carry-on. I love this. This is very smooth, and I wouldn't have to carry anything when I'm in the layover in Istanbul. I think I weighed this. I want to say this was 6 pounds. I'm going to show you exactly what my scale says. I bought one of these scales, these handheld scales that everyone has. I did buy this in red. I just wanted something a little bit more substantial. I don't find this necessarily accurate all the time. And actually the first time I used it, I pressed this button and it kind of got pushed in. So I had to pop that out. And so it still works, but I find that I have to try it a couple times just to get an accurate number. And now it's telling me it's 8.7 pounds. So I'm a little bit confused of the scale and the accuracy of it. My max weight for my trip is 8 kilograms and I think 7 kilograms in one. So this would not work for me on this trip. All right, so the blanket's fairly long. I want to say it's 50 by 70. It does reach my foot when I put it right to my body here. And you can fold it really small. Now you can go to Five Below, or you can go to really any store that has these nice soft blankets that are light. Now this mask, while I'm talking about my blanket, this is actually from Brookstone, but I did buy this in Marshall's. It does come with a Bluetooth, and so you don't necessarily have to have your headphones. But what I found about this is that once I tried to recharge the Bluetooth, then it didn't really stay in place anymore. So I did buy this for about, I want to say $12, $13, but I'm not going to be using it for what I really truly intended it, which was a sleep mask and the Bluetooth. Along with the blanket, my nice mask, which is soft, another like velvety like texture. This is going to go right in here, and I'm just going to zipper this up. I could have my clothes in here as well, but I decided not to. This is really for my in-flight. This is what I'm going to have. I want this to go under the seat, and you can compress it as well. You can also hook it on something if you wanted to. I forgot to talk about the turtle, which is the neck support that I'll be putting into this bag. And this was a little bit pricey. I actually bought this straight from the website. This was about $65. They do have an Amazon. The prices differ, and I'm not sure if it's a knockoff. So that's why I didn't buy it from Amazon. It does have a very strong Velcro right here. I feel like it's a little bit unnecessary. And a little hook too. So very, very easy to stroll along. It doesn't stay flat, so it is a little bit bulky. And another thing that's a little bit, I would say, annoying is the Velcro. It's strong here as well. So you're constantly going to pull it apart. I already purchased this, but I realized there's a petite one. I have a short neck, so I would have bought that instead. But the idea is to wrap it around your neck here. If I can do this properly right here. So if I'm sleeping this way, it feels quite comfortable just like that. And then you're going to wrap it around your neck. I'm trying not to have it too tight as well because I don't want to impede my circulation, but ends right here. Okay. So you do have to adjust it a couple times. You don't want to choke yourself. I think this is a little bit too tight. But this is the idea, and I literally can just sleep like this. It is quite comfortable, especially when you're trying to sleep. That's getting it packed away into the little packing cube. You can buy any neck support pillow that's comfortable to you. I've seen ones where you can just buy the case and you can just stuff in your clothes. I didn't want to do that, and I really need something comfortable. But something else that you can use on a budget is that you can use one of those like foam type neck brace that you can find at your medical supply store or even on Amazon. I want to give that a try before I actually bring this thing, even though I spent a lot of money on it. This kind of chokes me a little bit if I have it too tight. I just want to try the neck brace before I go ahead on my trip. Moving along to my little fanny pack, which I love fanny packs, and they're just so cute and they're so handy. So this bag is anti-theft. They do have 2 zippers here, and the other attachment is right here. They also have this nice safety feature. You do need to slide this over. I don't know if you can see that. You need to slide this over so you can go ahead and press the sides to open up. But other than that, it won't come off, you see. I've seen so many fanny packs where it's easily detachable from the snap here, and the whole bag, the entire bag can be stolen. This is also pretty sturdy, so it is a little bit tougher to cut. Now, I did notice on the package after I ripped it off from the bag, it does have that, like that California state where it's possibly cancerous. I'm gonna just take that chance along for this trip because I really need a fanny pack that's anti-theft, and I'm not going to be wearing this all the time too. I'm also gonna have my clothing on, so it's not going to be skin and skin contact for that long of a period. So I do like this bag a lot, and I believe that this bag's no longer on sale in Target, but if I do see it, I will link it in the description to this video. I'll also link the description to the Max Top fanny pack that I would have purchased if I did not purchase this. It does have 2 zippers or 2 compartments. There's a fair amount of space. It's not too tall though. It doesn't have the height that the Max Top has. So inside here, I can use my passport, or I can hold on to my passport, my glasses. I have just one lone lipstick, my lip gloss along with it in here somewhere. And these are just items that I really need on hand and that I'll use quite often. A hair clip, guys, because I'm going to a very hot and humid place. And then I have a couple of these wipes that I got from, we went to Chick-fil-A and I found some of these wipes. So I did take some for our use. I also put a couple of Band-Aids. These are the Next Care waterproof Band-Aids along with some alcohol wipes here. So just in case I happen to get a cut along my transit, because it is going to be 29-hour travel. It does have like little pockets right here, and that's where I'm inserting these little wipes. And so it comes in very, very handy. So there's still plenty of space in here that I can put other things. Like I'll be putting my face mister, which I will do that later on. But anyway, so that can zip close and can get hooked on the back. Now, the front pocket here is the same thing, has a little carabiner, and this is where I keep my pills. I still need to put my prescription pills in this container, in this fanny pack, not in this container because this won't fit, and I do need my original container. So I do have my Zyrtec, my Benadryl, simethicone, Tums, ibuprofen, And I believe these are some stool softeners in here and anti-diarrheal, the lactate pill in here as well. And this one is from the Dollar Tree. You can also label it, which I'll be doing a little bit, but some of the packages do have the names on it. I will also be writing down the doses and the frequency that you can take it. But this is just an easy and a very inexpensive way to keep a couple of pills on hand. And it's nice and slimming, so you can just slide it right in here. Something else I bought from the Dollar Tree is this Himalayan pink salt nasal inhaler. One, it can help me relax on a flight because I am a little anxious about this flight, this long haul flight. Also, it can open your nasal passages, and it also gives me something else to smell besides the bathroom smell. It smells really good. I did take it out of the packaging, and I'm trying to preserve the scent a little longer. That's why I have it in this little plastic Ziploc bag. Very, very inexpensive, and that goes right in front of this little pocket right here. In addition, I have my earplugs for pressure. Now, I don't know if I'm going to have pressure, but I'd rather have it on hand. And also in my little pocket, I have a little tea bag. I have another chapstick here, and well as a pen. So a nice pen. Now, I forgot to show you, but this passport holder also has a pen. I did get this on Amazon too. And so it has a nice pen here, but I'm afraid that it might not work as well. I did write with it. It does write, but not as smooth. I don't know how much ink is in here. That's why I have an additional pen as a backup. So I can put my passport here. I can also put some credit cards here. And if I purchase any SIM cards, which I don't think I can put any SIM cards in my phone, but it does have a little pocket here for SIM cards. So that's really nice. And then you just have this little stretchy thing that can kind of keep it closed. And this was really inexpensive. I think I got 3 of them for about $10 or less than $10. I'll link it in the description below. Now, when it comes to the personal bag, it's actually another book bag. I know, but this is the way that I can keep the weight down at the same time maximizing the space that I'm allowed. Here's the book bag, my daughter's book bag. You can see it has compartments for water or for a bottle. It does have another compartment right here. I like that it has these zippers that are actually metal zippers and not just little pulls. And I'm going to show you what we can do to keep these nice and closed for security. The front zipper actually has a lot of compartments and a lot of spaces where you can put little things. So I have my breath mints here. This is the Fisherman's Friend. This is very, very strong mints, and this will knock out any bad breath, especially when you're on a flight. If you don't want to brush your teeth, you can just pop one of these. These are strong. You can break it in half if you want to. And then you have more compartments here, I think. These are for pens or pencils. And moving on down here, I do have a couple wipes. I have the Clorox disinfectant wipes and then just some gentle cleansing cloth. And then this is just basically to keep myself clean when I need it. And it can go in little private areas if you need to. So sensitive areas of your body. On this little zippered area, I also have another little mini toothbrush I got from the Dollar Tree. Decided to give this a try. I do have my full toothbrush with me, but I wanted to try this out instead, or in addition to what I have. And then in here, oh, these are the little mints that I have in that bigger bag. This is what it looks like. So these are very, very strong, and this is just easy access for this book bag. Again, this is my personal bag, so this is going to be right at the foot. And in here, we still have a lot more space. So I do have a couple of zipper things. So the first one is a little reusable Ziploc bag that I got from Amazon as well. I think I got about 10 or 14 of these. And I decided to make this like a little feminine product bag. One, to keep yourself clean, for the ladies. This one is in particular is from the Dollar Tree. This is Daily Performance Feminine Cloths. And then just little mini pads just to keep us ladies clean during the trip, This is a little thick, so if you try to put this into the fanny pack, it will take up some room, so that's why I have it in here. And then I do have my toothbrush. This is also from the Dollar Tree. Quite a few things are from the Dollar Tree. I do have some of these toothpicks that I bought from the Dollar Tree as well. Everything's from the Dollar Tree. It comes also, this toothbrush set comes with toothpaste. This is a really, really good toothpaste. This is the Crest 3D Brilliance. It does have a little grit to it, so it cleans the teeth well. Along in this little bag, I decided to make use of what I have. I have some cough drops. So I have Ricola, and I have the vitamin C citrus Hall drops. So that's very useful, and practical, especially on a long haul flight. If you have a little bit of cough, you can just pop one of these cough drops in and it will take care of your cough. There's still plenty of space, so you can put as much as you want that will equal the weight limit. The personal bag on Turkish is only allowed up to 4 kilograms, so that's why I'm kind of mindful of how much I'm putting in here, as well as I do want to put some souvenirs on the way home. So I can zip this up. We also have a little top zipper here. This is another easy access zipper. And what I have in here is an extra pair of undies and some more feminine products. You never know, ladies, what you're going to need, when you're going to need. I do have a little TMI, stress incontinence, so that's why I have these pads. So yes, it's life, it's true to life, and that's why you have a personal bag, because it's your personal stuff. Let's look what I have on the big zipper. I have it in little pouches. But look at this bag, guys. Look at this bag. So spacious. And this bag does meet the requirements, which I'll be measuring this bag and I'll show you what the size is. The width, though, just be careful not to overfill it, because we're really only allowed about less than 4 inches on Asia Air. So very, very restrictive. It doesn't have the little trolley strap here, so that one's going to go over my shoulder anyway, so that's fine. So if you're having trouble trying to find a personal bag, go to the kids section, you know, where the book bags are, and you'll find something that's in the right size restriction. Now for my toiletry bag. This is my personal in-flight toiletry bag. I do have another toiletry bag that's going to go into my check-in bag. Wanted to put things that I will definitely need. Sorry, I got a piece of hair there. So for example, this spray here, this is an odor eliminator. I also bought this from the Dollar Tree. I think it's called Odor Ban. The container itself is a 4 fluid ounces container, so I couldn't bring the actual container. So instead I got this container from the Dollar Tree that also came with 2 other bottles, not spray bottles. So when I use the bathroom, this works fairly well. I would definitely bring something of that nature instead of just something that will mask. This actually will deodorize the scent. And you know the bathrooms do smell. So another spray bottle. This kit actually is from Target, by the way. It does come with another one of these, and I'll show it to you with my check-in bag video, which I'll be filming when all my products come in. What I have in here is a leave-in conditioner, and a lot of these things are for the ladies, because us ladies, we have more things to take care of. So like our hair gets all messy, so I needed to get a leave-in conditioner and brush out my hair. So I do have a hairbrush, a little folding hairbrush. I don't have it in this bag. I think I have it in another bag. I'll show you when I find it. And then I do have another feminine wipes here. You never know how many feminine wipes that you'll need. And this one has 20 wipes in it. This is also from the Dollar Tree. I also have a sample of a Vino Baby. I actually got this from the doctor's office. I just never had the chance to use it, and good thing I still have it saved. So I'm going to be bringing that. And you're wondering why a wash? Because sometimes you just need a regular cloth to clean yourself besides all these wipes. I just find that the washcloth is the best way to clean, like your armpits or somewhere that needs to get cleaned. And those wipes will really never really clean, but this will be kind of like a backup. Or I can even just clean my face, you know, just you want that little bit of texture or something just to dry your face, because I don't know if they have tissues in Indonesia. I think I heard you have to bring your own toilet tissues with you, but you just want a little cloth, right? Just to keep things clean and dry. And while you're in flight, you do need some sunscreen, and this is my all-time favorite sunscreen. This is Cetaphil 50. This does not irritate your skin at all. It is a sheer mineral face liquid sunscreen, and you can hardly tell when it's on. People of color, though, you're going to see it no matter what, because this is a mineral sunscreen, but as I apply it, you can see it's very sheer and not irritating at all. I also purchased this on Amazon, so I'll link the description below, and if you would like to use that link so I can get a small commission, that would be wonderful. More to do in this bag. I have body lotion. I did mix this with a little bit of aromatherapy body lotion from Bath and Body Works, along with my favorite body lotion. And it doesn't have to be full. You don't need a whole a bunch of body lotion with you on flight. Also, this kit is from Target. You can also buy the one from the Dollar Tree. The one from the Dollar Tree, you have to be careful of how you use it because it is a little bit fragile, but it does weigh a lot less than this does. And including with that, I have face lotion and face wash, and I did label it with my little label maker. And then one more thing I have in this bag is a little roller ball. Everything here is about keeping clean because we're in cramped quarters and I don't want to smell like a sweaty Betty. So that's why I have this little roller ball. And you also want to pick a cologne or perfume that kind of mixes well with your perspiration. Have you noticed that some perfumes or some colognes you put on and after a while it kind of makes you smell worse? It's like not blending in with your, I guess, body chemistry. So this in particular, this is Victoria's Secret Bombshell Glamour. This one in particular does go well with my perspiration. So even though if I sweat, it actually makes me smell better, not worse. So find one that does work well for you. So everything will go back in here in the bag. Gonna zipper it up close. There's still plenty of space. And it's really, really easy to put on your shoulder. Even if I had 2 backpacks, this weighs almost nothing, or at least it feels nothing because it's quite comfortable. I'm going to show you also the measurements and how much it weighs, and we're going to tally up how much all this stuff weighs. This bag is actually my 3rd purchase. The first one I purchased at Marshall's and it didn't have all the compartments I needed. The second bag was a viral bag from Amazon, but it weighed 2 pounds, so I did not want to use that considering I only had 7 kilograms or approximately 14 pounds to use for the carry-on and personal bag. So that's why I decided to purchase this. This weighs about half a pound. Very, very, very light while keeping it sturdy. I also like the zippers that are metal and have these little loops so you can keep it secured, which I told you I was going to show you in a bit. It does have just one large compartment here. It does have your laptop in here. I did also buy a cover for my laptop, which I'll show you when I pack this thing. We're just in a week's time. We're going to Jakarta, then to Bali. We really don't have, or I don't really have enough time to really use my laptop. So I decided not to bring it, but I will show you how I would have packed it if I was going to bring it. I want to say it can fit maybe 16. This is pretty big right here. My laptop is only 15. So on the very back, I do have another zippered case, and this is where I keep my adapter because I'm not going to use it until we reach Istanbul, which is the layover, and that's going to be like over an 8-hour layover. So this is what I purchased. I actually purchased two different kinds, but this is a lighter one. I don't need multiple adapter connectors. I only need the one for Indonesia. So it folds up when you need it, and it snaps in place, and it folds down, and it's really light. It does have 2 USB-C, and the regular USB has the regular plugs up here as well. So it has plenty of plugs for you to use to charge your devices. Another option would be to use one of these universal adapters. You can see it says AU, I think that's Australia, US, UK, and Europe. Indonesia would also be the same thing. So you can see it has the same plugs here. This is the second bag that I took out of the book bag. This is my electronics case. And so I have my face mister here. I have a nice USB-C to USB-C cable here. I have actually another cable. I was going to put my external battery in here as well. I'm probably going to do that and then transfer it to my little fanny pack, but this is the one that it came with. This is the regular USB to USB-C that goes in there. And then if you had like little SD cards, you can put it into these 2 little slots here. So this is the micro SD, and then this is the regular SD card. But I have mine in here, and that goes into the zippered case so it doesn't get lost. On the other side, it does have a lot of like little compartments. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like little slots where you can keep your wires. I had this thing full, but I decided to just pack it down because I'm going to show you what I have that I'll be putting into my jacket so it doesn't take up all this space. But this one is actually a little Bluetooth connector for the in-flight, and then it folds down to 1. I got this from Amazon as well. It's called Fun. I guess that's the brand name, Fun. And that can go right in here. It comes with a wire, and it does have that universal adapter here, so that's why I needed to bring this wire. This is like the old-fashioned one, so I just like to keep that right here. And then just as a backup, I mean, Turkish Airlines has a nice little personal packet, which I'll be filming when I get on the plane. But I wanted to bring my little earbuds anyway, and this is the wired earbuds. These don't take a lot of space or weight, and that's why I decided to bring it. If it does take a lot of weight, I will opt out of it. And I do have one of these like Velcro straps to keep that organized because that's a pain to get tied up. And so if I wanted more things in this package or in this container, I can. They did sell another one that had a wrist strap, but that wasn't going to come until another couple weeks. So I decided to go with this. And it does have a little bit of padding. Also, it has a nice little patch here that tells you that this is your electronic bag. And the best feature, or another feature of this bag, if you turn it around, you can actually put your tablet in here. So there's more space for this electronic bag. So you can see I can put my whole hand in here as well. And my face mister actually fit in here too. There is a packing, not a packing cube, my universal adapter can go in here, but I'm going to show you where I'm putting it instead because I don't need that too much later. One thing to note, if you're bringing some kind of hair appliance or some kind of appliance that doesn't take too much voltage, then you may need to buy a voltage converter. Some of those adapters do have one. Just make sure you read the reviews, and you can also buy one over there in the country. So my brother told me that in Indonesia you can buy multiple converters or adapters for really, really cheap. So if you've forgotten one, you can purchase one in the country that you're going to or the hotel that you're staying in. If it's fancy enough, then they may provide one for you. If I was just using this book bag, I would be totally satisfied because it does have a few compartments in here. So on the other side, there is a little zippered compartment. It's pretty deep. You can put your hand in it. And it does have like a little wire that gets attached to here. So you can put your external battery on the inside. You don't have to have all your wires and your batteries hanging out. But I'm not going to use that, so that's why I just stuffed that in here. It does have other little compartments, pen compartments, and more little pockets. And then what I have in this bag, I did fold up my clothes. I have rolled up my t-shirts, an undershirt, my underwear, and my bra. So I fold it up really nice and tight because I'm not planning to use that anytime soon. And if I did need it while in flight, I can always maybe have a stewardess get it because I'm pretty small and I won't be able to reach that. I have my pants down here as well. So this is going to be my carry-on bag. So this is going to go up in the compartment. And what I like about this too, I know it's 2 book bags that I'm using, but the main thing is that you don't have to worry about not having enough space because you can bring a carry-on, but what about if there's no space? Then you would have to check that in. That's going to be another problem. So because I don't want to deal with that headache, and because this is not extremely heavy, then I didn't mind carrying 2 book bags. And along with this book bag, you also have this strap for your carry-on if you were bringing a rolling carry-on. So that's nice. It also has a secret compartment back here. It does have water bottle containers on both sides. So this book bag is really, really versatile. I tried just to go along with this book bag, but then I decided that this little fanny pack, even though it's nice and small, this would be considered my personal bag. And I want to make sure that I have used my maximum allowance, and that's why I'm bringing the other bag. I want to bring souvenirs and extra stuff, and that's why I have 2 book bags. Talking about this water bottle, this is another space saver as well as weight saver because it's very light, it's sturdy enough. It's not from the Dollar Tree. This is actually from Walmart, and this is only $1. I do have another water bottle, which I'll be showing you when I do my packing video, but you can see that this is really, really sturdy and long, and I want to say this is 18 ounces, so it won't keep your stuff cold or hot, but just to have something on hand to drink, and it's light. This is very not versatile, but this is a convenience for you. This does have a little lanyard, so it makes things very, very convenient and easy, and it's slim, so it can go into even the smallest bag right here on the side, and it fits just perfectly. So this bag is not that big either. I'm going to measure everything towards the end, but you can see that this bag is slim. It doesn't weigh a lot because I don't have a lot of things in it. Again, I could have just used this bag for my in-flight, but I really wanted to maximize what I was allowed to use on the plane. There is one more feature that I didn't show you, but there's a hidden zipper right in the front. There's a crease in here, so you really can't tell that there's a zipper, and the zipper is hidden inside that crease. There is one more item that I have, and that's just my little reusable Ziploc bag of teas. I have jasmine, lemon ginger, chamomile green tea. I want to get some peppermint tea in here as well, just for indigestion. And then I do have some coffee. This is instant powder coffee by Nescafe. You can find this at any Asian market or like H Mart. And this is 3 in 1. So it has sugar, creamer, and coffee all together. I know Turkey has really good coffee, so I may not need this all together. Then if you do want to bring your laptop, you want to buy an extra sleeve for your laptop. You don't want to just rely on those book bags because things do jostle around, especially on the plane. And so I did buy this sleeve for my laptop. My laptop is 14 inches. And this is by the brand Mosquito. This is for a 13-inch, but when you read the measurements, it fits exactly for a 14-inch. So you can see it was covering my laptop and it did cover it. You just slide it in here and it literally fits up to the corners of the laptop, just like that. So like a nice big purse. It also has a little compartment here, a little sleeve to put some papers if you want to. And when you hold it, it feels comfortable. It does have a nice padding to it, and you won't have to be worried about your laptop breaking in your book bag. So if you were to put this into your book bag, you would still have plenty of room, and that will just give you an extra protection to your laptop. Recommend this Mojito. Just make sure you read the dimensions to each sleeve. So if you wanted a personal bag but didn't want to spend the money, you can actually use these packing cubes as a personal bag. It does zipper close and it's quite small, so you can stuff it in there. It can fit a lot as well, and I was considering of putting my laptop in here and putting it at the very bottom because it can, slide right underneath of everything. But because I'm bringing 2 book bags, I didn't need to do that. So that's just an option, another thing to think about when you're packing for an in-flight personal bag. To keep things organized, find little bags like this that have zippers that are pretty big size. Like I know you can find this as a makeup bag. This one was from Barnes & Noble during their after Christmas sale. So it's pretty big, it's bigger than my hand. And I'll be using this to put in my Osmo Pocket DJ3, my camera that I'm using right now. So it's gonna go in there. It fits into this case and it actually sticks out a little bit longer, so it goes in here. I'll also put the battery handle that I'm using right now as well, and a little tripod. And I can also put my phone if I wanted to, and my earplugs if I wanted to, but I'm actually gonna use a different case. This case will solely be my film equipment, so I know which one it's in, and this will fit right into my pocket like I showed you. I'm still looking for a bigger case. I do have like a little drawstring bag I might bring with me as well, but this can hold my cell phone, my little wire, or multiple chargers. Oh, I didn't show you this. This has actually 2 USB-Cs. This has the iPhone port, and then it has a regular like universal port on here. And then the connector here is a regular USB-C. So this is really, really useful. I still am bringing my regular USB-A cables because some of them need that USB-A cables to charge. But this is something that you can use or you can purchase that will save you a lot of space. And so I'll also link this in my Amazon links in the description of the video. So this can go in here. I also purchased this on Amazon. This is, instead of bringing like a bulky headphone, I decided just to purchase earbuds. And you can see it doesn't have anything to hold. It fits right into the ear. So if you're using some kind of like neck support or eye mask, this is not going to get in the way. You can also adjust the volume to this as well. It has a little nice charging case and it's magnetic, so it fits right in. And then you can see it's 100% charged right now. I purchased this and then shortly after it was sold out. So I don't know if there's going to be any more left, but I will try to link this as well. But I found this to be really inexpensive. It has a nice feel, nice quality to it. This was about $25 when I purchased it. So things do change on Amazon. Sometimes you have to just keep looking for new products. If they don't have it, you might have to wait for like a week later. But keep looking for this. Hopefully you'll find it because I did find this useful. I know that these can get lost, so just be careful in using them. And I purposely got them white because if I did drop it, then I would find it easier. So I highly recommend these earbuds, and the sound quality is exceptional with this as well. As for the external battery, you do want to bring one with you. I actually bought 2 of these. I'll be giving the other one to one of my sons. And this is by the brand Inu. It does have this little area here. As you're charging it, you'll see it light up. So it doesn't have to tell you the percentages, but if you see the little paw prints here and you see it blinking, that means it just has to fill that last bit up. So that would be like about 75% at least. And this is about, I want to say, I'm probably saying this wrong, but 10,000 milliwatts. So you can charge your phone 2.5 times. They did have one that was 20,000, but I just found that to be too big and I wanted something slimming and more portable, and that's why I got the 10,000. But this has really good reviews and it lasts for a really long time. And I want to say this was about $25, maybe 30. I'll put it in the links anyway for you to purchase it if you want to. One item that I have that I'm not sure if I'll be bringing with me, but this is my GoPro case. I do need to put my GoPro in it. So it does fit a lot of like batteries and other electronic devices if you wanted to, but it is kind of bulky. So I'm not sure if I will be bringing this yet or if I'm just going to be putting this into another zippered case like I have with the other ones. In addition, I bought this little fan for Indonesia because it's blazing hot out there and humid. So, but this weighs a lot. So that's why I'm still contemplating if I'll be bringing this. This also is an external battery. So if you wanted an additional external battery, and this will charge your phone, I think just one time. It also has a little light if you needed it. Right there, it's pretty bright. And so if you open it up, you open up in front of the bear right here in his face. You pull it down, okay? It can also stand. So that's what I like about it. You can put it on your desktop or by the bed in your hotel. And then you just press the button to turn it on, and it has 3 different speeds. So it's pretty strong. And then just press it again to stop. It does have a little charging area right here for the USB-C, and it folds conveniently well. Oops, almost broke that. So just like handheld, but it does have some weight to it. So if you have enough space and enough weight, you can bring this. So I might still bring this if I decided to bring this case. It'll fit right here. My GoPro will fit right here. And I have enough batteries and little, I guess, little adapters if I needed it for my GoPro. So, but again, I don't have to buy this here. I can also buy a slimming fan as well, or I can just buy a fan in Indonesia because things are fairly cheap. I think $1 is 15,000 rupiahs. If I'm saying this correctly, I'm still learning. That's an option right here for me to bring. All right, so here are the 2 book bags side by side. This one is my carry-on. If you had something a little bit bigger, you can bring something a little bit bigger because this is actually way under the dimensions of the carry-on size. And then I have my personal bag, which fits exactly. The width does not, so that's why I'm not going to overpack that. Because I like this bag, I'll be bringing it with me. And then the inside, I did put the packing cube with the blanket, scarf, and eye mask in here. There's a little bit more space here. I'm still considering about that blanket, but it's kind of hard to resist because that blanket is so soft and is so warm. And then in this side, I did put my fanny pack. You can see there's still plenty of room right here. Still plenty of room for my personal bag or personal stuff. And these really are not that heavy between the 2. So I'm going to measure this one. I'm going to show you how small it is and how much you can, you saw how much you can fit, but it's a perfect size for the personal bag. So for Turkish airline, for my personal bag, it has to be 15.7 by 11.8 by 5.9 centimeters. Max for the personal item is 4 kilograms. It's 16, I want to say it's 16, but it's very, very close. So 15.7 inches, that's pretty much 16 inches right there. And then 11.8 in width, just about 11. So that meets the size. And then depth, you only have 5.9. I want to say 6.5. Like this is the widest part of the bag, so I can just move things over. For Air Asia, it's definitely different, so that's why I had to be mindful of both sizes and accommodate the smaller size. Air Asia for personal bag is 15.7 by 11.8 by 3.93 in depth. So that's why I don't want to overpack this. You see? Right here, it can get squished down to those 4 inches. 4 inches is just about that. And you can see if you squish it enough, you will get that amount. So that's the personal bag. Now for my carry-on bag, this really is way under the dimensions, the maximum dimensions. So the maximum length would be 21.6 or 22. You can see it's way under. It only goes up to maybe 18 right here. And then the maximum width would be 15.7. So it goes up to maybe 12. And then the depth is it's about 6, maybe 5.5, maybe even 5 if you want to squeeze it down. Okay, so it's way under, but we're really concerned about the weight here, and that's why I chose this bag. So now you're wondering, how am I going to put all this together and carry at the same time? I'm going to show you right now. Just to let you know, the blanket that I'll be using and the turtle for my neck, I'll actually be taking that out of my carry-on bag and I'll put it onto my seats. So before I actually put it up into the overhead bins, it's going to go on my seat so I can stay nice and warm. So this is my jacket that I recently purchased. I actually got this from the thrift store. This is by the brand Weatherproof Vintage. I just love this brand. They have really good stuff. In addition, I did find a company called Free Country that sells jackets with pretty large pockets. They were selling a jacket that had inside pockets, but when I went to look at their site, I don't really see that anymore. So you might find that maybe in the thrift store or in Marshall's, because I did find one in Marshall's, but it was just too big. It was like triple XL. This is size large in this brand, and it does have the nice deep pockets. Like I can put my whole hand and wiggle in there. And I'll be putting all my electronics. It's going to go in here, and it's going to go nicely into this pocket. And then the other side, I can do the same thing. If you find a jacket like this, I don't know if they still sell this, definitely grab one. It will be useful to you for your in-flight experience, and you can hide a lot of things in here as well. I have the scale in this pocket. This is where I keep it. And we'll weigh this right now. Right now, it only weighs 4.4 pounds. I'm going to just repeat this because I don't totally trust this hand scale. It seems to be really popular online or on YouTube, but it seems to give me trouble. So I'm just going to lift this bag up so I can tar it. And then I'm going to do it again. I'm going to let go. And all right, so 4.3, 4.4 is the same. You can see it right here. Also, for Turkish Airlines, you only have a maximum of 4 kilograms for a personal item. So even though you try to pack things, you can have up to, I think, 8 kilograms. You still have to have your personal item as 4 kilograms. And it doesn't say that on Asia Air. It does say the combined two does need to be 7 kilograms, which is even less compared to Turkish. But I believe it's also going to follow the same rule to 4 kilograms for the personal item. And if you find that too late, you might have to check something in, and that's going to cost you a whole lot more. So 5.2 right there. Let's do it one more time just to verify. I'm a nurse. I tend to verify stuff. I don't always go by the first number. See, this says 4.9. It's not totally accurate. But let's just go with 5. And the other one, let's round it up. Let's go by 5. I still have roughly about 4 pounds to play with if I decide to even put the fanny pack on and hide it underneath this jacket, which I can easily do. I have a lot more weight for souvenirs. So the total combined weight is about 10 pounds. And if I were to take out the fanny pack and wear the fanny pack, that would even give me more than 7 kilograms for the AirAsia. You always want to make sure you're following the more restrictive airlines if you're doing multiple airlines, because once you reach the other airline that's more restrictive, then you're in trouble. What do you do with your stuff? Do you leave it? And, of course, you don't want to leave your stuff. So always go by the more restrictive airlines if you're traveling to different places with multiple airlines. All right, so I got the fanny pack on. I have my shirt covering it. I have my jacket kind of covering as well. It's right on my back side. If you're finally boarding the plane, you can actually take your book bag and kind of like swing it like this, so like they don't see. So let's see how much this weighs now. I could have just weighed my little fanny pack and figure it out, but I want to know now what this weighs. 4.1, I don't know. Guess my fanny pack didn't weigh as much as I expected it to be, but that would still give me another pound or so, maybe a pound and a half. So let's just do this one more time. Yeah, it took off like a pound, roughly about a pound, but at least it gives me more space in this bag to put more stuff. So let's put all this together. I'm gonna kind of look like a tourist, which I am a tourist. One more thing I wanted to talk about before I have all my setup together is that you want to secure these zippers. That's why I like the metal zippers with the little holes in them. You can actually use these little wires here. These are actually wire ties, metal wire ties that I purchased during our cruises. And you can actually slip them right into the holes of your zippers. So even though with this book bag you have like kind of this concealed zipper, which I love in the front, you can take one of these little wires and you can stuff it right in the holes and you can just screw this in. You want to play with this a couple of times before you actually screw it onto your bag, and you don't want to do it overly tight or else you're going to get frustrated trying to open this. But if it keeps you away, it's definitely going to keep the thieves away. Here's a setup for now. I'm way under 7 kilograms for Air Asia and 8 kilograms for Turkish Airlines. And then I can just pack a couple more things for my souvenirs. I do have like a large carabiner that I have on this hook, and I was considering hooking it together with that bag, but it felt very lopsided. It's not the perfect way to travel, especially if I'm traveling like a long flight, but at least I have all my personal items there. I don't have to worry about if I have space for my carry-on because I can squish this down. And this suitcase right here weighed 6 pounds, and I'll be very limited of what I can bring or how much I can bring. Not a total hard set yet exactly what I'm going to bring for this trip, but so far as of today of me filming this, I do have the 2 backpacks. These are options for you guys. I might still considering this, but I would really have to cut down on what I'm bringing. This is so smooth, guys. If you haven't checked out level 8 luggage, you really got to check it. Look how smooth it is. I'm going to say goodbye to my level 8 luggage for now. At least for the carry-on. I am going to be using my level 8 luggage for my check-in, or just use things that you have. Like I had this book bag already. There are other 2 bags that I did find, and I am not using it for this trip, just to show you what I was trying to do. These are the other 2 bags that I purchased. This one is from Marshall's. It's kind of similar to the Max Top, but it's shinier. It's supposed to be anti-theft, but this front bag right here, the front of it is not anti-theft. You can easily open that up. And this viral one, even though it meets the size requirements under the seats or the personal bag, it weighed 2 pounds. So 2 pounds for a bag, I just felt like it was just a waste on the weight limit. I'm pretty sure a lot of you are thinking it's crazy to carry 2 book bags around the airport, especially this is Istanbul. This is a pretty large airport, and it's the 2nd busiest airport in Europe. So I also have a curious mind. I wanted to see how much everything would weigh between my rolling level 8 carry-on and one on my book bag. Let's go weigh everything and check it out, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna meet the limit without adding any souvenirs in here, so let's see this. If I were to use this, I would use the laptop compartment, and I did put my blanket, my scarf, my eye mask, and my adapter in here for easy access. I can use that right before I put this up on the overhead bin. I also put my clothes in the middle, and basically that's it. 6 pounds plus, I think this was without my stuff. So right now this weighs 12.1 pounds. Okay, just this alone with barely anything in it. And this weighs 4.1 pounds. This is without my fanny pack. My fanny pack weighs maybe about 1.5 pounds, roughly. We're gonna weigh that too. Okay, so 12.1, 4.1. I also have the water bottle in here. It's empty. So already that's 16.2 pounds. So this weighs 1.1 pounds. So this would equal 17 pounds altogether. And I'm only allowed 7 kilograms, which is roughly about 14 pounds. So with this, I'm definitely over, and I'm also not able to bring anything in this. So I don't see how it's worth bringing this whole entire level 8 case, because it is pretty empty at this point. So if you are flying on Turkish Air or Air Asia, be sure to check your allowance, your baggage allowance, because you'll find that it's really different compared to United or Delta or any other American airlines. And this isn't an international flight. You're not just flying a few hours. So you do need your little comfort measures. And I do need my little toiletries and my blanket and all that. So these are my comfort and ways to relax on the plane. So if you have any other suggestions, please leave them in the comment below. I would like to hear your feedback. Also, like I mentioned about the packing cube, like if you didn't have additional money to buy any other bags, I mean, you can use a packing cube, literally. I mean, it's still a bag, right? Has a handle. And also that doesn't weigh anything. So you can really pack in a lot of souvenirs if you wanted to. I'll also be filming my packing video pretty soon. I'm just waiting for a few outfits because Jakarta is kind of modest. Bali is more laid back, but Jakarta, where we're staying for a few days, you have to be modest of how you wear. So shoulders covered, elbows covered, knees covered, and that sort of wear. But anyway, I'm excited for this trip. I'm not so excited for the long haul flight, but I'm trying to prepare and I'm sharing with you along the journey as I go on. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. One more tip, guys. Don't forget to bring a light reusable shopping bag. If you're going international and you're shopping around, you may not be able to get a plastic bag or even a paper bag for your shopping trip. This one here, this is just from my grocery store.